living a life of impact. When we say living a life of impact, what is impact? Impact is a marked effect or influence. In a nutshell, let me say influencing the life of others. So, what are the factors that determines how you can make impact in life of others? Those factors are four. One is the environment you are. That is the environment with which you want to impact the life of others. This could be in your working place, it could be in your home, it could be in your family, it could be in your neighborhood, it could be in your society, it could be in the club you belong, it could be in your church, it could be in your nation, it could be in your state or the global world. So that is the environment with which you want to impact other people's life. Then number two is experience. That is your life experience. What experience have you before you want to impact the life of others? All these need to be factored in before you can influence or impact other people's life. Then number three is your educational background. What educational background have you? What qualification have you before you can impact other people's life? Because knowledge, they said, is light. So what have you acquired? Even God cherishes knowledge because He is a God of wisdom. So you need some content of knowledge before you can impact your world out there. Then your spiritual intelligence. This matters a lot. You can be like, what has spirituality got to do with you impacting the life of others? You need spiritual intelligence. You actually need spiritual intelligence to impact your world. So what does it take to impact others? I want to talk about four factors or four things or four requirements you need to impact people around you. Number one is the understanding of you. You that you want to impact your world or you want to impact other people's life. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Do you understand you? What understanding do you have about yourself? So you need to understand yourself. You need to identify yourself. You need to know who you are yourself before you can impact your world or before you can influence people around you. So you must have the understanding of you. Then number two is giving yourself to study. You must be a person of studies. You must give yourself to studies. You must be teachable yourself. You must be hungry for knowledge. You must meditate. And you must understand the use of talent likewise. Because if you don't give yourself to studies, what do you even want to give out as an idea that wants to impact people's knowledge? Without you giving yourself to studies, you'll be an empty barrel. An empty barrel cannot impact other people's life because you need knowledge, you need content of knowledge to discharge to your world, such that when people listen to you or when people relate with you or when they move with you, they will be able to learn one thing or the other that will bring about positive change in their own life. So impact is about change. Impact is about influence. Impact is about effect. What effects are you bringing into that society or company or association you find yourself? So you must give yourself to studies. Number three is by separation and quietness. Quietness enhances quality and productive thinking, and it has great spiritual values. So if you separate yourself by having a quiet moment, by having a quiet moment, it will enhance your thinking. It will bring about productive thinking. It will make you to think deeply before you come up with an idea, because you don't just bring an idea raw to the table to people that you want to impact. You must have dissected, you must have analyzed that idea, you must have weighed it. Is it a good one that is tenable? Is it a good one that will bring about positive change? Is it a good one that will liberate people in your world? So you must have quiet time. You must separate yourself in order to digest and dissect this idea of you that you want to come up about, that will bring about impact in other people's life. So know that we live in a world, in thinkers world. Thinkers rule the world. If you are not thinker, you are up as a slave. So Bishop Oyedepo said, he said, impact is a product of man's capacity to think. So you must have capacity to think before you can impact other people's life. So if you don't have the capacity to think, you might not be able to influence your world. So the time you create to separate yourself, to meditate, to reason, will bring about the productivity. It will bring about quality in the product of your thinking that will be able to liberate your world. According to researchers, it is gathered that the common qualities of critical thinkers all over the world are: 1. They are active listeners. You must be a good listener before you can be a good thinker, and before you can impact your world. You must develop that skill of listening. You must be able to listen to others before you can come up with an idea that will solve their problem, that will bring about solution to the problem they are facing. Then they are curious people. Thinkers are curious people. If you are not curious, you will not be moved by problems people around you are facing. You will not be challenged with what people are facing that will bring about your solution towards whatever they are facing. So curiosity bring about impact. Curiosity necessitates quality thinking. So if you are not curious enough, you might not be able to think as well as bringing about solution to people around you, which can result into positive thinking. They are humble and rooted. Critical thinkers are humble. They are rooted in knowledge. They are humble because they don't neglect or underrate people around them. They believe that everybody is a genius. Everybody have one quality or the other. Everybody have one idea or the other to tender. So they are very humble. They respect people's opinion. They respect other people's opinion, and they are rooted in knowledge. They are not just casual people. They are not just ordinary people. They are great thinkers. So let me tell you one of the advantages of critical thinking. Right thinking will reverse your negative thinking to positive one. If you engage in right thinking, it will redirect your thinking from negative to positive. The last point I want to mention today is by wise association. For you to impact your world, you must be in a right association. Even the Bible makes us to understand that bad association corrupts good manner. Some people, they are of good character, but once they mingle with people of bad character, you can say, and there is no goat or sheep that mix with a dog that will not eat shit. That is what the common saying says. So bad character usually influences a bad company usually corrupts good manners, which means if you are of good character and you mingle with somebody out there that is of bad character, such a person will influence you negatively. I want to tell you that this impact we are talking about, there is positive impact, there is of two. It is either is of positive or negative. In this context, we are talking about positive impact, how you can impact your world positively, how you can impact your society positively, how you can impact your environment positively, that will bring about purpose with which God created this world. Because God created this world such that the human being he created might live there peacefully and achieve that purpose with which he has created this world. I believe that you will be one of those that will bring about fulfillment of God's purpose on this earth. So be of a man and a woman of impact. Thank you for listening, and see you some other time. Bye for now.